A very warm welcome to all the participants who are here for the session. I hope you are all healthy, safe, and fine. Due to this, another third layer of COVID, I know most of you are kind of, uh, you know, it's kind of tension. It has built some tension, obviously. But I just wish you all to stay safe and stay home and take all the necessary precautions that you can. Um, I'll just start with our today's topic, and that is all about positivity. I'll be talking about positivity and all. It will be entire personal experience session because that's what I have experienced, and that's what I will share as well. And the things that I have, analyzed, things that I have analyzed from my perspective about positivity. We all, generally say that, you have to be positive, you have to stay positive. It's, it's okay, don't think negative. But you know what? Um, it's not possible. We say it's just one step to take, think positivity in your life, to think positive in your life. Mm, but it's the hardest step. But yes, it's just a one step towards positivity that can change entire thing in your life. uh Sometimes we feel that, what if, if you think positive constantly, and at some point you feel like, yeah, kuch nahi ho raha, just you get negative. That's the point when you get negative. And there sometimes you are thinking that, um no, things are going good, I'm getting good grades, I'm excelling in my career, I'm doing good in my career, I'm doing good in my job, and everything is going so good. And sometimes one or two thing happens, and everything, your positivity is crushed, and you're like, oh nahi yaar, mujhse nahi hoga. That is the point where you let negativity enter in your thought process. And trust me, that's the only thing that we need to prevent. And कहते हैं ना, बच्चे को पालते हैं, एक मदर होती है, एक बच्चे को बड़ा ध्यान से पालती है, that's the way you need to treat positivity. You have to take care of it, because if you nurture that in yourself, when after some time, you don't have to, you won't even think negative. You'll be only positive in whatever comes to your life. I will not say that I do not think negative. I do think negative. Sometimes I don't feel like thinking positive, but nobody is perfect, but at least one can practice that. So I'll share some of the examples, my like some of real life examples that I have practiced, how I practice positivity, and try to practice today as well. The first thing I do is manifestation. Manifestation, there was this earlier lecture series where I also explained what manifestation is. Manifestation is all about three things: vibrations, frequency, and emotion. So there was this test I wanted to clear, and I wasn't able to clear the test from like 2 years, 2.5 years, and I had this only one chance. I was like, no, I cannot miss this. I have to do it. So there was this video that came across the YouTube. It was just 9 minutes video that I used to watch every day, just to remind myself what frequency I need, what is manifestation, how I can get what I want. So that was just a reminder video that I used to watch, but then I started processing my mind that way. So I used to think that, if I'll get that exam, I'll, clear that exam. How will I feel? I was just thinking about the emotions. There was three things: frequency, vibrations, and emotion. I was focused on emotion first. I thought, if I'll give this exam, if I'll pass this exam, how would I feel? How my parents will feel? How my teachers, how my mentor will feel? You know, how my brother and sister will feel. It will give, I can see the whole when you imagine something, and when you imagine emotions in that, you could experience that. So I was experiencing that. I closed my eyes and I just asked myself, if I cleared that exam, how would I feel? So I closed my eyes and I just saw a beautiful smile, and that happiness in my parents. They were like really happy, they were proud. In fact, I was happy. I was feeling proud on myself that yes, Ishwanik, you did it. I saw my brother and sister, they praising me, you know and then I imagined my mentor, I imagined my teacher, I imagined how it will give me privilege in the society, how it will make me feel in the society. If I'll say that yes, I cleared this exam in front of 4 or 5 people, how would I feel? So I just focused on the emotion was done, my emotions were high. Then I thought about the frequency that I need to match. Now, how can I explain frequency? Frequency is like, sometimes you say कि मेरी और इसकी बंदे की या मेरी और सामने वाले पर्सन की frequency match नहीं हुई. We do not, go together. We do not have same similar thoughts. उसका level high है, मेरा level उतना नहीं है. So that's something I just differentiated among frequency. So I was like, कि, okay, if that's the frequency, then that paper's frequency is this. It's here, and I stand somewhere here. So I need to match that frequency. There was this gap that I needed to match it. So I used to think that I am above that exam. This is very old thing that when we used to, our parents used to tell us कि अगर प्रॉब्लम्स हैं आपके पास तो आप प्रॉब्लम से बड़े हो जाओ, तो आपके सामने प्रॉब्लम छोटी हो जाएगी. So the similar concept I applied on the frequency. I was like, if this is the frequency of the paper, अगर ये इतना खतरनाक पेपर है तो मैं उससे खतरनाक बन जाऊँ. I'll rise above that frequency. So that way, I could just land on that exam. I could just land on the frequency. I could just match it somewhere. So I did that. Then the vibration. I used to meditate when you're sleeping. When I used to study, and after that, I used to, lie down in shavasana, and I used to meditate and breathe, breathe in, breathe out throughout the body. And I used to give myself a reminder that you need to do it, so that you want to see the faces, you want to see this emotion, you want to match the frequency. When that happens, you're instantly, a vibration starts in your body, and you feel like, no, I want to do it, even though you are not saying that, I will do it, I will do it. You are just focusing on the result, how it will feel, and where do I want to land. You will automatically start doing those things. You won't need any reminders, you don't need to give yourself a reminder. There will be no rain checks on the preparations. You will be focused, and you will keep on doing, working for that very hard. Please do not watch phone, do not watch social media, do not check Instagram, just go and study, or I used to just give myself um a reminder that how it will feel, how my emotions will rush when I'll clear that exam, and where do I see myself in front of that exam. I'm not on the same level, I'm not down, I'm not below that level, but I'm above that level. So that's what I used to think, and my vibrations automatically rushed. And without anybody's motivational speech, or without anybody pushing me to work enough, I it's I used to sit and study. So I just did that for 1 month. I'm just telling you, I didn't practice that for like a month or so. If you think that I did that for like year or 2 years, I practiced that. No, I practiced manifestation for 1.5 or 2 months. That's guaranteed because I know. I did that. I prepared for the exam within 1.5 months. And after that, I had this feeling that yes, I'm going to crack that exam, or this exam is done. I will get what I want. I will achieve what I want. The moment I gave the paper, the moment I saw the paper, it was sure shot in my mind that yes, it's done. This will be the last attempt, and I don't have to give the I don't have to give another attempt. I'll be done. This is clear. And that time I realized that being positive, staying positive is one of the important thing, and it's one of the hardest thing in our life. Because you know what? You have to push yourself hard. Day, day and night, every moment, every second, every minute, you have to push yourself towards positivity. You have to think positive. And trust me, that 1.5 or 2 months were like negative free zone for me. I never had a single negative thought, and I felt so good. It's like I never knew that we humans could do such wonders with our life if we just stay positive. So I think it is the hardest thing to practice, staying positive, but it's not impossible. It's just like making your body. If you want to lose weight, you have to do you have to show up every day. You have to be consistent every day, and then you'll be able to see the results. The same way is for the positivity, and same is for everything. So here, the moral of the story is stay positive, and you can only be positive if you're consistent. If you do not break the chain, you can never if you do not break the chain, you can never fail in your entire life. So I was a kid when I was very uh, you know I was a very keen kid, keen for the music basically, because I was in fourth standard when I started singing. And trust me, it was a hell of a journey. I had to, my mother taught me music, and that journey was, it will remain with me. It taught me a lot of things, and I cannot pay her back for what she has done in my life. But you know that the positivity and that consistency was still there. Every day I used to fail. Every day there were some issues. Mom was like, ये सुर नहीं लगा, वो नहीं लगा, आज अच्छा नहीं गाया, आज ये नहीं गाया, आज ऐसे नहीं था, वैसे नहीं था. So, but even if that was there, I was like, no, I just want to sing. I have to be constant. I have to be consistent. I have to do riyaz. I have to do practice daily, no matter what happens. So there was a time I used to also sing for like 3-4 hours, akele akele. But there was no pressure. There was no outer force that was pressurizing me to sing or do things the way I want to do. It was my, it was the that internal drive that was forcing me. It was that emotion that I want to sing so beautifully. I want to sing like a professional. Want to sing like classical singers that they used to do. So that was this emotional drive that was rushing into me. But that time I had no idea about what frequency and vibrations should do, or what does they mean. But knowingly, unknowingly, the emotion was there. And yeah, so that emotion was, uh, you know, kept pushing me. I was a kid jiska, who get a sore throat, who got sore throat or bad throat right before the competition. But there was this emotion that I want to sing, I want to support the group, I want to sing my heart out. Even if it's solo, I want to represent myself, because fine arts or whatever hobbies or activities you are indulged in with, you try to express yourself. So music is my language of expression. So I was like, no matter what happens, I just want to express myself, I want to express my feelings, I want to express my heart. Whatever there is in my mind, I just want to express that, no matter what mera gala kitna kharab hai, there's bad throat or whatever it is, if it's cold, I don't care. So that was this emotion and this urge to express that was there. So sometimes in today's life, uh, we never know what we want. I mean, that's what I actually, from my perspective, and जितने लोगों से मैं मिली हूँ, and looking on into their perspectives and listening to their perspective, I came to a conclusion that we never get a chance to explore ourselves. We are always like, somebody has made a path for us and we walk on that. But there is this urgent, there is this need to understand yourself, to identify who you are and what do you want to do in your life, because that's what makes you happy. If you do not do the things that you want in your life and do something else, like there are many Hindi movie examples that I can give. There is this Kangna Ranaut ki movie that in which she used to play wrestler a role. I don't remember the movie, the name, but she was she was playing a wrestling role, and she was a mother, and she was doing job at railway station of ticketing counter. But uska man nahi tha, she was not happy there. But when she got a chance to start wrestling again, she was like all over it, she was practicing, she was doing hard work, and she felt so lively at that moment. So we lack there, we do not know which is our happy zone. We don't know what we want. We never explore ourselves. I think that's the point where you don't know when you don't know what you want to do. That's the point when you do not feel happy. You feel distracted. You are not consistent on what you want to do, and you are not positive on what you want to do. So I think if you know what you want to do, if you know that I am good at this, I am made for this thing, you will do, you will put in effort for that no matter what. You will be consistent, you will be productive, you will be happy. But if you don't know anything, if you don't know what you want to do, trying to do, that time that could be a concern, then you won't be consistent, you will be negative, and there will be always a thought that that will rush, that am I doing this or not, am I doing this right or not, uh, sorry, what is it that is meant for me. So I think the newer generation, the younger generation that are coming up, they are thinking that I see students in colleges and they're like, ma'am, after final year, I would like to do that. After second year, or in second year, I'll do this internship, that internship. After after passing out, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to be an actor. I want to be a singer. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to. They their minds are already working on what they want to do. Their minds are working around their interests. They are making plans for their life. So that's what that is what is required for us as well. Even if you are married, if you are getting older or maybe young or kid, we just need to uh, you know understand and identify what we want. because ultimately that is the main key for our happiness. For me, I think this that's it. I mean, I won't say that I am a very positive person, or I practice manifestation daily. I do think positive and never think negative in my life. If I'll say that, then, or if anybody says that, that will be wrong to say, because I cannot claim about anybody else, but all I can talk about myself, that if I say that, it's not right. But we humans tend to think negative, and you know it's it's on us, that do we want to let that negative thought enter in our thought process or not. So even though if you try to push hard, negativity, push back, you have to safeguard your positivity as well, not even push it back, but you have to save it. So all you need to do is plant water, give water to your positivity daily. You get two plants, you have two plants, one is negativity, one is for negativity, one is for positivity. So it's up to you, that do you want to water the positive plant, or you want to water the negative plant. So it's up to you. And staying positive is tough, but it's not impossible. And I think if you practice positivity daily, or in smaller aspects as well, there will be excuse me. So if you practice positivity in every single aspect of your life, you will be able to practice consistency, and that consistency will lead to the happiness. That's it from my side. If anybody has any questions, or if anybody wants to share their personal experience, or if anybody wants to express anything, feel free to do that, please. Miss Sangeeta, Manjul, Hari Krishni, Chandrakanta ji, Nitin, anybody, if anybody wants to share anything.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Thank you very much for sharing your story. Um, Very insightful also, and motivational also. Um, to be really honest, जब मैं means graduation में था, तो आई वॉज ऑल्सो थिंकिंग अबाउट कि जैसे बीइंग एन हिंदू हम लोग मंत्र चैंट करते हैं और हवन वगैरह करते हैं, ठीक है।
Hmm.
और डिफरेंट डिफरेंट जो रिलीजन है उनका अपना अपना एक सिस्टम है गॉड
Hmm.
को याद करने का, है ना। तो आई वॉज वेरी फैसिनेटिंग टुवर्ड्स कि गॉड को किसकी लैंग्वेज समझ में आती होगी, मीन्स संस्कृत समझ में आती होगी या इंग्लिश
Ah.
समझ में आती होगी, और मे बी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस। सो आई वॉज रियली फैसिनेटिंग अबाउट माई दिस क्वेरी। एंड
Hmm.
स्लोली ग्रेजुअली एज एंड व्हेन जब थोड़ा बहुत रिसर्च किया, इन चीजों पे पता किया और थोड़ा बहुत एक्सपीरियंस लिया, तो आपकी जो बात है जो अभी आपने डिस्कस किया, शेयर किया, बिल्कुल मैं मतलब फ्रॉम द सोल साइड, मतलब आई कैन से दिस कि यस, द फ्रीक्वेंसी इज समथिंग which connects ourself, our thoughts with the God, कि मतलब एक यूनिवर्सल फ्रीक्वेंसी भी है। और
True.
जब हमारी फ्रीक्वेंसी उनकी फ्रीक्वेंसी से कनेक्ट हो जाती है विद एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ मीन्स, चाहे वो मैनिफेस्टेशन हो और डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मीन्स आर देयर, तो फिर हमारे काम बनने लग जाते हैं स्लोली ग्रेजुअली। जैसे आपने बताया, आपने 1.5 मंथ आपने किया था, एंड फिर आपको रिजल्ट्स भी मिले, एंड सो ऑन।
Yeah.
तो वही चीज है।
Yeah.
एंड द मूवी यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट, दैट द मैरी कॉम, प्रियंका चोपड़ा वाज देयर आई थिंक, जिस मूवी की आप शायद बात कर रहे थे जिसमें वो रेसलर
Nee,
थी।
that is also there. Nee, I was talking about
अच्छा,
Kangana Ranaut.
कंगना रनौत, ओके। सो आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट मींस दैट, क्योंकि उस मूवी का भी कुछ
Ah,
ऐसा ही
but
था कि
it's same. It's same.
ऑलमोस्ट ऑलमोस्ट ऐसा ही कुछ था।
Yeah.
तो वही है कि वो कहीं ना कहीं मैनिफेस्टेशन होता है जब आप क्लोज करते हैं। मींस 2010 में आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट, मैं कॉपी के पीछे लिखता था डॉक्टर नितिन कुलश्रेष्ठ। in 2010 I did my MBA. तो it looks, तो it was like I think manifestation ही हो गया, हम कॉपी के पीछे कुछ लिखते हैं, and today I am Dr. Nitin Kulshrestha, completed my PhD. So it was like a dream manifestation, everything. So बहुत सारी चीजें हैं मैम. I really connect with these things, and thank you
Yeah,
very much for sharing your beautiful experiences. Thank you very much, ma'am.
there definitely feel that, if you'll have no, that really worked. You had this emotion rushing into you, and you didn't know that, and it worked. And you had this emotion, and you wanted to be a doctor, and you just felt how it would feel like, if I'll say in front of 10 people, I'm Dr. Nitin, how it would feel. So
Yes.
that thing really drive your productivity and your hard work towards that particular channel. So it helps to channelize it. So it's about, yeah, what do you water? Which plant do
Yes.
you water? It will
Yes.
grow. And
Yes.
that's really nice that you shared the story. Even though I practiced it for 1.5 months, but it's so difficult to start it again. I tried it like several times. I did consistent for like 15 days and 20 days, and then I was like, oh, nahi ho raha.
नहीं हो रहा.
Then I
Yes.
again started like 10 days, 15 days, and I'm like, oh, nahi ho raha.
वो
But
थ्रस्ट
then,
चाहिए वो वाला. यस.
yes, yes. The Even if you don't feel it, I just uske baad na, I just came to one. I come up to a conclusion. If you don't, even if you don't feel positive, just pretend you're positive. Just act like you're positive, and
Yes.
that you'll get over that day, and maybe the next day will bring new positivity. I think that's what I could just tell. But
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is very nice of you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wants to share their experience? I would love to listen. And it will be very it's inspiring for all other participants as well. And Nidhi ma'am?
अ, मैं एक अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहूंगी.
जी जी
एक
मैम.
बार मुझे बहुत ही ज्यादा बैकएक हो गया था, मींस इट वाज सीवियर. और वो इतना ज्यादा था कि बाद में वो स्लिप डिस्क का इशू भी हो गया, मतलब ड्यूरिंग दैट
Uh,
टाइम की उसमें. तो जिन भी डॉक्टर्स के पास मैं जाती थी या जो भी आसपास लोग होते थे, दे यूज्ड टू से दैट इट्स इररिकवरेबल and you have to live throughout your life with this pain, and that was totally out of control to bear. तो उसके बाद हमें एक इतने इतने पॉजिटिव बंदा भी मिला जिसने कहा कि इट्स नथिंग, और इससे भी बड़े बड़े पेन मैंने ठीक किए हैं.
hmm,
हालांकि वो कोई डॉक्टर नहीं थे, बट जो उनकी इतनी मोटिवेशन और इतनी पॉजिटिव और इतनी स्ट्रांग जो एक फीलिंग थी
hmm.
कि नहीं ये कुछ भी नहीं है, होता रहता है ये. तो मतलब
Hmm.
उस मोमेंट पे देन आई इमेजिन माई सेल्फ दैट आई एम फिट, टोटली फिट. एंड विद दैट imagination I have again started working on my health, and now it's around 9 to 10 years that I'm totally fit.
I guess I heard this thing from you in the fitness class where we discussed on fitness.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. No, that's very good, ma'am. I mean, yeah, I'm also recovering my backache also. I told you I also had this backache issue. I'm also working on it, so it's better now. But that is so good. As I was telling you कि पहले बोलते थे अगर problems बड़ी लगती है तो आप problem से बड़े बन जाओ. Problem आपके सामने छोटी हो जाएगी. In the same way, doctor treated it. He made the problem कि नहीं इसे कुछ नहीं है मैं ठीक कर दूंगा. So I think that thing worked, and you were maybe thinking कि ठीक होके कैसा लगेगा. When I'll be fit, how would it feel? So that was this emotional drive that so I told you my experience. We heard Nitin sir's experience, we heard yours experience, and one thing is common, that is this emotional drive. So It
Yes.
is really inspiring. Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your experience.